Attention passionate San Francisco 49ers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on San Francisco 49ers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true San Francisco 49ers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and San Francisco 49ers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been paying attention to the NFL lately, you probably already sense that there's a lot brewing in the NFC West, and the San Francisco 49ers are right at the center of it. Rumors are swirling, and the NFL insiders are buzzing about a potential blockbuster trade that could reshape the landscape of the division, and maybe even the entire conference. It's all about a trade that could send shockwaves through the league, involving not just players but also draft picks that could determine the future of both franchises. And when you talk about game-changing moves, one name keeps coming up: Jalen Phillips, the explosive edge rusher from the Miami Dolphins. But what makes this story so compelling isn't just the player involved. It's what the trade signifies for both teams, their strategies, and their ambitions for the upcoming season. So let's set the scene. The Dolphins, currently sitting at a tough 1-6 record, are facing a lot of pressure. Their season hasn't gone as planned, and with a cap space of just around $1.8 million, they're in a tight spot financially. They're in what's called seller mode, meaning they're looking to rebuild, to acquire draft capital and younger talent that can help them turn things around in the coming years. And in this context, rumors are pointing towards a trade that involves Jalen Phillips heading to the 49ers in exchange for a first-round pick in 2026, and Deebo Samuel, one of their most versatile and dynamic wide receivers. This isn't just a rumor. It's a whisper from insiders like Diana Rossini, who's been hearing the buzz about the Dolphins potentially shipping out Phillips in hopes of a rebuild. Now let's talk about Phillips himself. This guy is a real game wrecker. Since entering the league, he's shown flashes of being a sack phenom, like a missile launching into the backfield. His career stats speak volumes: 162 tackles, 28. 5 sacks, 45 QB hits, and a Pro Bowl appearance in 2024 with a PFF grade of 90. That's elite. You look at his 2025 stats, and they're equally impressive: 24 tackles and 5 sacks in just 6 games, and he's ranked among the top in pressures with 35 and a win rate of 20%, which is solid for an edge rusher. His pressure numbers and hurries, 16 in total, show how disruptive he can be even when he's facing double teams or broken blocks. Of course, he's had some setbacks, like a rib injury in Week 2 that limited his snaps to around 70%. But even with that, his impact is undeniable. His ability to get pressure on quarterbacks, to force sacks, and to disrupt plays is what makes him a hot commodity. And here's where it gets even more interesting. The Dolphins, in their current predicament, are looking at Phillips as a top candidate to bolster their pass rush, especially given their struggles on defense. Their defense ranks around 31st in DVOA, allowing around 30 points per game, which is unacceptable for a team with playoff ambitions. They're also skeptical of Tua Tagovailoa's recent QBR of 83. 6 solid but not exceptional, and they're looking to shake things up by trading away a star player like Phillips. Why? Because they're trying to avoid a massive $120 million extension for Phillips, which might not be the best investment considering their current struggles. Instead, they're betting on acquiring Deebo Samuel, who's been a reliable and explosive weapon for the 49ers, with 38 receptions for 512 yards and 4 touchdowns in 2025, and adding a first-round pick could give them a fresh start with younger talent on offense and defense. But let's shift our focus to the 49ers, because they're not just sitting back and watching. Oh no, they're actively looking to capitalize on this situation. The 49ers are sitting at a solid 5-2 record, but they've had their fair share of issues, especially on the edge rush. Bosa was expected to be their dominant force, but unfortunately, he tore his ACL and is out for the season. Huff has been battling a hamstring injury that's kept him out for 2 weeks, and overall, the 49ers' sack numbers, standing at 23 total, ranking 21st, don't fully reflect their potential. They need that extra burst, that edge presence that Phillips could provide. Imagine adding a player like him, who's graded at 87. 2 by PFF, boosting their pass rush significantly. His addition could bump their sack rate by about 22%, and according to simulations, it could elevate their overall defensive ranking from 13th to possibly top 4 in the league. This move isn't just about immediate impact, it's also about setting the stage for a potential Super Bowl run. The 49ers roster is built for success, with stars like George Kittle and Christian McCaffrey leading the charge on offense, but their defense needs more punch on the pass rush. With Bosa out, they've been relying on other players to step up, but Phillips's explosiveness would be a game changer. His ability to generate pressure, currently averaging +1.8 pressures per game, could be the piece that pushes their defense over the top. And remember, the 49ers have a history of valuing pass rushers, guys who can make plays in critical moments. Phillips, with his knack for clutch performances and his 4 career sacks in playoff games, fits perfectly into that mold. Now, what about the impact on the offense? The 49ers are losing Deebo Samuel in this potential trade, but in return, they're gaining cap space, around $25 million, which could be used for future extensions, especially for their key offensive players like Kittle and McCaffrey. That's a smart move financially, giving them flexibility to keep their core intact while bolstering their defense. And let's not forget, this trade could have a ripple effect on their Super Bowl odds. Currently, they're sitting around +800 to win the championship, but with the addition of Phillips, those odds could improve dramatically, maybe even doubling or tripling their chances. And Phillips isn't just any player. He's a clutch performer with a playoff career total of 4 sacks, known for demolishing quarterbacks in cold Lambeau conditions and high-stakes moments. His presence could be the difference maker in tight playoff games, especially against top-tier offenses. So in summary, this potential trade is more than just a swap of players and picks. It's a strategic move by the 49ers to reload their roster, to bolster their pass rush, and to position themselves as serious contenders once again. For the Dolphins, it's about rebuilding, about collecting assets, and about making a statement that they're willing to hit the reset button. Both teams see what's at stake, and that's why this story is so compelling. It's a chess match, a gamble, and a testament to how dynamic and unpredictable the NFL can be. And just think about how this could unfold in the coming weeks. Will the Dolphins pull the trigger and send Phillips to San Francisco in exchange for Deebo Samuel and a first-round pick? Will the 49ers strike that deal and strengthen their defense for a deep playoff run? Time will tell, but one thing is for sure. Fans of the 49ers need to stay tuned because things are heating up, and this could be one of the most significant moves of the season. The NFC West is shifting, and the 49ers are positioning themselves to be at the forefront of that change, ready to reload and chase another Super Bowl title, aiming to cement their dynasty status once again. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest San Francisco 49ers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick, and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now San Francisco 49ers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster move? Do you think Phillips is the right piece to elevate the defense? Are you excited about the possibility of Deebo Samuel leaving the team, or do you believe the return in draft assets and cap space is the smarter choice? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because your opinion matters so much to us and to the future of the 49ers. This is what makes being a fan so special. The passion, the debates, and the hope that each move could lead to another Super Bowl appearance. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, more analysis, and more news from the NFL world. So stay tuned, stay passionate, and let's keep riding this roller coaster of football greatness together. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Niners.